Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Mass Effect 3.
I knew it! I knew he was gonna do that one.
Of course I was gonna do that one. I mean, you can lead the argument if you want to talk about this game that we're playing right now. That's a cool ability.
It is a cool ability. So, me and Colonel had a little bit of a, I mean, it wasn't a spat, but it came up on Twitter that there was a discussion we needed to have, which is,
indeed,
contrary to what Colonel believes.
I dispute this.
And what almost everyone else believes. Mass Effect 3 had a good ending. Don't at me. Or do at me, because I want to have the discussion. But
that's what I did. I added it.
He literally did, yes.
What did I say? I don't remember precisely.
You said, like, oh, it's on this evening, or something like that. It was earlier
today.
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, Wednesday is coming, or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that's funny because I have never played Mass Effect 3.
What?
No
oh, come on! I was looking forward to it.
I'm sorry. I led you into it.
Did we win this fight already?
I was gonna say, how are these all people dead?
I thought we lost this fight.
Oh, they must have gone back.
Oh look, there's one left over there.
Yeah, they must have gone back, and we killed some of them because we fled. Remember that we died a bunch.
Make sure I get to save before we trigger this fight because we're doing a bit of looting and stuff.
Absolutely. We're also gonna need to talk to all the people that we let die. Definitely.
I mean, you can. Let the dead stay dead. You know, let them rest. It's my.
What is dead may never die.
All right, I've saved. Should we kill these fools?
We should, absolutely, because they have killed us plenty. So I'm sneaking. Do you want to start combat?
Yeah,
or...
I will very shortly.
Because I can send my incarnate in there.
All right, 3, 2, 1, rock and roll.
Sounds good to me. I'm out of combat though.
Oh, nice. Get some tower defense going.
What? Oh, there you go. This is interesting. Because it means I am now in combat. Wait a minute, my incarnate didn't... Did it die? It died, didn't it?
Oh, sorry. Every time I click off into OBS to adjust sound, it minimizes. I didn't see what happened. He no longer exists, so I'm guessing he died.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died. Okay, we're in combat. It's your
Yes, indeed. I'm going to... That markswoman is going next. Well, we need to get her with physical, don't we?
Oh, you teleported the fellow that was next to you.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. No? Oh,
no,
they fled.
He probably... Whatever it's called. Strategic reposition.
Yeah, I thought. Strategic reposition.
What's it called? Tactical retreat. Say, I mean, it's pretty similar.
Yes, yeah. I knew what you were talking about. But you can talk about the Mass Effect 3 if you want to.
So, I mean, you know, without someone to kind of argue against, it's not nearly as an enduring a topic, but that's fine.
Don't spoil it though, if you can.
Of course not.
Is that possible?
To go into the like minutiae of it, absolutely no, not possible. But I can do a bit. Basically, the argument against.
Oh, thanks.
No problem. The argument against it being a good ending is, in very brief, and sorry, okay. As you know, I love tangents.
Absolutely,
Here's a key lesson for argumentation. When presenting your opponent's argument, be as charitable as possible towards their argument. And if you can still show that their argument is bad, then you've really freaking beat them.
Yeah, it's basically the opposite of a straw man argument.
Exactly, yeah. You strengthen your argument by allowing your opponent to have the best possible chance of being right and then showing why they're still wrong. Is there a couple of corpses over there? Nice. Okay, so the argument against it being a good ending is throughout Mass Effect 1, 2, and 3, you make loads of choices. And there are those that believe that at the ending, you essentially have those choices boiled down to basically being inconsequential. And there is a final choice. There is a final. I don't consider this spoilers really. It's kind of it's like mechanic spoilers. The ending consists of a choice which can go in one of 4 ways.
Sorry, incarnate, by the way.
Yes. I will.
4 ways? I thought it was 3, actually.
Well, that's, you know, maybe that's spoilers, but as long as you don't know, as long as you don't know what I'm talking about, I think it's not spoilers. Yeah, there are 4 ways you can end it. There's 3 ways to reach one of the 4 possible endings, which is slightly different, but it's the same outcome. And yes, there's 4 possible outcomes, and people think like, oh, there's all these choices, and at the end of the day, you only get one of 4 endings. That sucks. But this is like, okay, first off, that's not the case, and I'll explain why that isn't the case in a second. And secondly, what's the alternative? Like, every game is going to have a final choice. And, of course, you want the final choice to be impactful, because it's the final choice. You know, I mean, even if you make the choice earlier in the game, like in Divinity Original Sin 2, for example, there are a couple of endings you can get, but you make the choices towards which ending you get, in some cases, earlier in the game. But that's still just a certain number of endings you can get.
Yeah.
But then the reason it really, really falls apart as an argument is that Mass Effect is bad, that is that there
Mass
aren't...
Effect 3.
Mass Effect 3, yeah.
Yeah.
Is that there... Well, people said it, like, tainted their experience of the whole thing, which is a load of rubbish. But there aren't 4 endings, because Mass Effect... Okay, in all... To be charitable, I only ever played Mass Effect 3 after... Do you need, like, input or something? No, you're good.
No, I'm trying to decide what I want to do.
Fair. I'm not trying to rush you just because you... Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Oh, no, they're coming. Oh, no.
Yeah. I only played Mass Effect 3 after the release of the director's cut. Which contains a change to the ending, so it has loads of ending slides that explain what happened as a result of various of your previous decisions.
Oh, that's... yeah.
Which is obviously a significant change, especially in regards to whether or not it has, like, a meaningful ending. But the thing is, this is the weakest part of my argument, but those things still happened even if you don't get slides about them. So, like, people say the ending doesn't respect your choices without the director's cut. But the choices still happened, right? And you can still, basically, in every case, guess what the outcome was going to be. It's just that you didn't specifically get told what the outcome was. That's not, in my view, it, like, negating the impact of your choices. Because the choices still really matter. But with the director's cut, it does the thing that I adore in RPGs, where it, like, tells you... Here's each of your companions and what happened to them in the world that you created through your playing of this game. Like the end of Dragon Age 1.
Oh, I still need to play that.
What?
I know.
You've got to be kidding me.
I know. I need to play that.
That's amazing to me.
Yeah, I've been very close. I'm gonna go with physical against this guy because he's right here with me and he might kill me.
Yep. Well.
Interesting.
I think
a difficult battle.
It is a difficult fight, yeah. I think we beat a fighting retreat.
No. If you cast evasion on me, like he's attacking me because he can't attack you easily. And I don't know. I think teleportation and I can flee.
I am going to evade you, but I think I'm also going to just get him out of the way because he's got adrenaline right now. So.
Oh yeah, that. Oh, naturally, so adrenaline doesn't work like that.
So he's not going to be able to get back to us very quickly. Is what I think.
Oh, I see what you mean. Yes, that's a good strategy.
Especially if I put him up here. Has he teleported already?
I don't believe so. Unless he did that to me right now, which I believe is not the case.
I don't think he did. I'll put him down here then.
Oh, that's plenty fun.
Yeah, should be good for a bit.
So the way I understand it, people seem to really take issue with the fact that it ignores the it's like or rather options at the end that ignore everything else. It's not like tying everything neatly.
But but the thing is, right? There's one central conflict of Mass Effect, which is of Mass Effect 1 through 3, which is that there are Reapers who want to destroy the galaxy. So of course the final choice resolves the conflict with the Reapers. I don't understand how the final choice could also resolve like racism and all the other things you came across. Like there's a million different conflicts you come across during the games because they're good games, and like the final choice is never going to be able to resolve all of those in a kind of neat way. All of the endings have an impact on all of those problems that you came across in, I think, an interesting way. That's alright, I don't want to move anyway. I mean, I'd rather you didn't kill me though, which they are going to do, but that's okay, I'm back anyway.
And all of your summons, which...
Oh, balls, yeah, that's a good point.
Okay, so those guys up there, I think they can get away from there. My strategy, or what I'm going to do, is... flee. Do you think that's a good idea? I
agree, but I think you should summon and then withdraw. Like, put up a totem and pull back.
The thing is, I still have chicken. I can chicken one. And like I could chicken the rangers up there,
It's
or
possible if you were here, you'd be out of range of the rangers.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm hoping for anyway.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get as close as possible to that archer. Get hasted, which allows me
Nice, yeah.
a little bit of a leeway, not too much, but enough. Right here. And I can chicken this markswoman.
Sounds good to me.
Good. And I can heal anyone, but I can't really do much, so I'm just gonna stick around. Oh, actually, I can do elemental arrowheads with blood. That's good. Maybe I should have waited for the next turn, but whatever.
This is a must.
I'm ready.
My perception of the end of Mass Effect 3, or rather the reason why people didn't like it, was that the choices didn't make sense. So I'm now, I really
It's
want
very
to...
difficult to not spoil that.
In
my opinion, they it was a good final choice. Like the options were sensible. People's perception of the options, I thought, was bad in some ways. One of the really cool things is whichever choice you make, there's a voiced outro, and the voiced outro is like based on the alignment of your character. I thought that was really cool.
Oh, the Paragon and the...
Yeah. And there's also like a neutral. There's a neutral one.
There's a neutral, yeah.
And then it also differs on how well you accrued like this 1 point system in the final game.
Cool. I don't really like Mass Effect 3 is an interesting game. I mean, I guess since Andromeda came out, it's less interesting in regards to online arguments because Andromeda just sort of trumps them all.
Andromeda was just so painfully bland. I think we already talked about Andromeda.
Yeah, I think so. I watched the Let's Play of Andromeda. That's basically my...
Oh, you definitely get the worst possible experience of Andromeda by watching a Let's Play. Because the best thing by far was that the combat was actually pretty fun.
Yeah, exactly. that's my perception as well. From I might get my incarnate up here to do some nasty damage over here.
Nice, in the blood too. Plus they have whatever it's called, reactive shot or reactive hit or opportunity.
Oh, that's a good point. That's good.
Very good.
Let's see what they do. Oh, that guy's after you.
He's only got 2 action points. That should be good.
So you say.
What? That's 4 action points.
It's not a grenade, it's a cocktail. But I really want to play through Mass Effect 1 and 2 again. I did play them when they came out. Actually, Mass Effect 1 I only played it when the second came out. But I never played the third, because for me, the second... Did you play the second as well, in the first?
I beat Mass Effect 1 through 3 on max difficulty like 4 times.
Oh, okay. So if I say that I prefer Mass Effect 1 over the second one, but that certain characters in the second game are really well written.
That's pretty much everyone's opinion, I think.
No,
like,
I hear people just say...
Oh, no, sorry, you're right. Everyone who was over the age of, like, 17 when they first played the game. Because everyone who liked the RPG elements and didn't like the fact that 2 made it, like, just so much simpler thinks that, basically, I think. And, yeah,
I think
with them.
Yeah, So just to clarify, that the first is better?
The first, in terms of the story, it's almost impossible to make a second game which is better than the first, because the first gets to reveal everything. And the first obviously just kicks it out of the park on that front because the reveals are so interesting and fun. In terms of character building, the second one is much superior, in my opinion.
Yeah, I really liked, I don't remember their names though. There was...
Describe them and I will know the names.
It's a woman, very skinny, bald. Liara? Yeah.
Yeah, with tentacle hair. Blue is the other defining feature.
Oh, no, not that one.
Miranda is not bald.
Tattoos.
Jack.
Oh, yes, he was. I didn't remember it was like a gender-neutral name.
Yeah.
Oh, that Shekels of Pain. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. I really liked their storyline. It was... I only played it once, but I thought it was really well presented. And Miranda, I also enjoyed her. Her whole struggle with herself.
Yeah, Miranda's pretty cool.
Yeah. And I don't remember any of the characters from the second game, but I remember just being like, "Oh, this game is so cool on the companion characters and all that." But the first one I enjoyed just more on the. I don't know. I at the time, I was, and I still am, very enamored with Knights of the Old Republic 2. I think that's insofar as sci-fi RPGs go.
No. You see the latest reason to hate EA about that?
Oh yeah, EA just deserves all the hate, even if they don't do any. It's just yeah. Seriously, it's like it's ridiculous.
For those of you that don't actively follow like games industry news, there was a reveal. I don't know how it came out. I don't even know if it's true. So I caveat this with just like this isn't something I'm saying is true. I've just heard
it's
this.
sort of rumor. Yeah.
That EA is preventing BioWare from creating any new games based on the Knights of the Old Republic IP. So
yeah, it's somewhere around there. Yeah, that's more or less what it is.
I never played it actually.
The first one, people like the first one. That's the one made by BioWare. The second one was done by Obsidian. People like the first one, I think, for many good reasons. Because I mean, despite all its shortcomings, I don't know if I should attack this.
I think I would try and kill the guy on you, because the other two are actually out of range of both of us as long as we don't move towards them right now.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so let's do Sky Shot first. The first one was just a lot more stable of a game, didn't have as many bugs.
Right.
It was also BioWare, so it was just more well known, just from that aspect.
I've definitely heard good things about both. I'm not in terms of I can tolerate like Fallout 1 visual jankiness. When it's more of like a, I don't know, how would I describe that? A more visual heavy kind of RPG, like a kind of Mass Effect or Knights. My impression of Knights anyway. I don't think I would put up with it. Like I'd
Knights of the Old Republic? Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think I would fail to relate to the characters just based on them not looking very good. If it was all text, reading text, it wouldn't matter. But when it's
I think I recently played through the first game, and honestly, I had that was one of the rare occasions where because I played it so young and played it 3 times when I was pretty young, I never played it again. Now I go back to it and see a lot of problems with it. Also, I think not just because of how much more games I've played since then, but also the tolerance that I have, or that you need to have in that game for a weird combat system is
what is it, like combat? I mean, I know almost nothing about how it mechanically works.
Have you ever played Dragon Age 2?
Yes. Oh god.
So it's more or less like that, except worse and more janky.
You remember how you liked Dragon Age 1 because it was an RPG? We're gonna pretend to be an RPG.
Oh yeah. So yeah, I've never played Dragon Age 2. I just saw streams.
I've beat it 3 times. it's bad.
Not even the characters. I thought there was some characters that are kind of cool.
As soon as I wasn't able to choose to play as a dwarf, I'm just like, what are you doing?
Yeah, because you can do that in the first game.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, can't you import the characters from the first game?
Yeah, but you don't play as the same character.
Oh.
You can import the characters and then like they get mentioned once or something like that.
Yeah, in BioWare.
But in the first game, like in Dragon Age, I mean, you need to play Dragon Age 1. Like it's not optional.
I absolutely do. Absolutely do.
It doesn't, you know, you have a very high tolerance for older games, so it doesn't really matter when you play it. But at some point, you know, it's put it on the list. But I mean, I'm sure it already is. But,
yes.
But you can choose to start, and there are like something like 9 different starts. And I don't just mean your character looks different. I mean like the whole first 3 hours of the game is different.
That much I played of the first game. And in fact, that's the reason why I didn't do. Oof, that sounds going to be a problem. Oh.
Can't silence the horns though.
Well, there's the title for the episode. I did play the first one enough to know all the vignettes and all that from the start.
Yeah.
And that's the reason why I'm not willing to just start playing it for a let's play. I need to research a little bit so I can make the right decisions right at the beginning, which is how I would do it if I were playing it by myself.
You know what? This is a tough fight. Let's use some grenades. Excuse me? I thought it was going to do damage and then apply knockdown. And it didn't do any damage.
It didn't do any damage, but that's not too bad. Don't worry, I got knockdown arrows.
That's annoying though.
Even though if they're going to go,
wasted my grenade. Well, I mean, give them the horns. And by give them the horns, I mean run away using the horns.
Exactly. Run away! And Knights of the Old Republic 2, I thought, like it's a very interesting game, just in the way Obsidian took to the franchise. I feel. It's very, very obvious from the beginning that they take it very seriously, and it's not. It's a lot less tropey, and
right.
Yeah, I feel it's just treated better. But the problem with the game, that was nasty. The problem with the game is that it's buggy, and they had to cut the last few hours of the game because they didn't have time to finish. They literally did not finish the game.
What is it with Obsidian and being given not long enough to finish games?
Exactly, I don't know.
Hopefully they're given enough time for Outer Worlds. We'll see.
Oh, have you heard what the rumors about how Microsoft? So I heard this, I believe, from In Exile. I'm gonna kill that one. Heals.
Hey.
Nice, and I got free two action points.
Yeah.
So I heard this, I believe, from In Exile. Microsoft was going around, and just to contextualize, Microsoft bought In Exile from Wasteland 2 and Tides of Numenera.
Oh, I didn't know that. Cool.
And they also bought Obsidian. So yeah, so they were going around asking studios what the games they wanted to make. This is not going to be my death, is it? It is not. That was surprising. They were asking what games they wanted to make, not about budgets or just like literally.
That's cool.
Forget budget, yeah, and like everybody was saying, Microsoft is rich as hell. They could buy Sony if they wanted to and all that. So I don't know what they're gonna plan on doing, and I don't know how much better Obsidian is since they're, you know, KOTOR 2 days, or even New Vegas was pretty buggy.
It was buggy, but it was great.
Yeah, it was a lot less buggy than KOTOR though.
Plus,
KOTOR 2. Yeah.
I don't know. I'm very tolerant of bugs you can just work around. I have no problem with the bugs that would bug bugs that would bug me are the kind where it's actually going to give you, like, you know, the game is worse off because of the bug, not just like, oh, you just open the console and type TP and then like 6 digits and then you fix the fact that you're having a crash.
Exactly. I grew up playing games where you had to do that if you wanted to.
Yeah, speaking of Oblivion. That was when you were growing up, but yeah.
But that's true. Oblivion, Morrowind, Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 were buggy, especially the second one, and they're very well loved.
Deservedly so.
Heroes of Might and Magic 4, I remember, was very buggy. Like I played like 6 times or 5 times Vampire Bloodlines, and I could never finish the game because I didn't have the patch.
Oh yeah.
Because there was a game-breaking bug that would forbid you from finishing the game. But yeah, so we're out of time for the day.
So we are. Well, we can finish this one in the next episode then.
Absolutely. So thank you so much for watching us and watching Mass Effect 3 and listening to us ramble and tangents and all that.
See you next time.
Hopefully you had fun. Bye-bye.